Are you aware that money reacts like a well-trained animal and only obeys those who understand how to summon it with a proper vibration? When you learn to command it, it doesn't just appear, but grows in surprising ways. There are unseen powers that control how much money comes into your life and how much departs. And even toiling intensely, you may sense something blocking this energy. In 1925, Florence Scovel Shinn, a pioneering expert of spiritual science, uncovered something revolutionary. Money doesn't respond to need, but to authority. During the Great Depression, she taught common women to command their money, and many expanded their income in the midst of the worst economic crisis in history. The first principle is the declaration of divine multiplication. Florence taught that money is a form of conscious energy that functions through specific laws. Money responds to the vibration of authority much more than to that of need. When you come to money as one who begs, you push away it. When you come to it as one who commands, you attract it. Money operates like a well-trained soldier. If the commander falters, the soldier doesn't act. But when the order is precise and resolute, money flows. In New York, Florence taught her students to exercise stronger direction. Each morning, positioned in front of the mirror, they would stand tall, take deep breaths, and proclaim, "Divine money, I command you to multiply my life now. You flow to me from all possible directions because I am a flawless conduit of infinite abundance." The key was in the force beneath the command, which needed to ring out as an irrevocable decree. Another vital component is restoring the relationship with money. Florence said that money has emotional memory, and that our energy toward it creates imprints that establish whether it draws close or distances itself. If for years you've communicated with money through fear, resentment, or guilt, it's as if you've driven away an expected guest. Most people have been summoning money with the voice of poverty and guilt. Before directing your money, Florence taught harmonizing with it. In silence, her students would say, "Dear money, release me from having seen you as my enemy. Today I recognize that you are divine energy desiring to flow itself through me. I revere you, value you, and welcome you into my life." This exercise was a profound vibrational reset that entirely transformed a person's vibration. Advancing in this direction, Florence developed the divine transformation of poverty beliefs. Beliefs about money are like hidden foundations that dictate how much your prosperity can grow. You can work hard, but if the roots are corrupted, the tree will never yield abundant fruit. No one is born with poverty consciousness. We adopt them from family conversations and childhood stories. Phrases like "money is dirty" or "to earn money you must suffer" embed themselves in the mind as internal laws. The process commenced with silence, where Florence asked them the question, "What belief about money have I adopted and still carry?" Once identified, they would say, "This belief is not mine. I return it. My mind turns clean and open to receive the divine truth about abundance." Then they would establish new beliefs such as, "I am an heir to infinite abundance," or "money comes to me effortlessly." Beyond this, Florence taught the difference between desiring and demanding. Desires arises from lack. It's viewing what you want while feeling it's far away. Demand emerges from the knowledge that something already comes to you through divine right. To desire is to say, "I don't have," generating more experiences of not having. To demand is to proclaim, "It's mine and I receive it now," activating invisible forces. In this context, another principle is to originate instead of competing. Florence emphasized, never compete for money, create it. Competing suggests scarcity. Creating implies infinite abundance, knowing that you can produce new opportunities. When you compete, you fixate on what others have. When you create, you connect with the infinite source with distinctive, fresh concepts. Each person has a particular talent for creating wealth that, when expressed, not only produces income, but benefits others. Likewise, Florence taught the decree of absolute authority. It was an act of absolute control over one's own financial kingdom. The decree was, by my divine authority as an offspring of the creator of all abundance, I decree that my financial reality shifts now. I command that all invisible forces work to multiply my money perpetually. The secret lies in recognizing that the power to transform is already within you, and upon voicing it, the universe moves to obey. Additionally, Florence taught the spiritual plan of your abundance. The universe needs precise directions. It was about defining how much, how, when, and for what you would receive. Her students devoted a daily moment to answer, how much money do I want? From what sources? How do I want to experience when receiving it? The more details, the easier for the universe to create. The design must be crafted from a consciousness of shared abundance. Keeping this in view, the last step is to sustain prosperous consciousness. Awakening abundance is the first part. Mastery lies in maintaining it. Maintaining requires regular awareness, sustaining the internal state that invokes it. This state is composed of gratitude, certainty, and openness to receive. A key principle is to open each day with anticipatory gratitude, not only for what you already have, but for the abundance on its way. When you express gratitude in advance, you give the universe a signal that you've already received. Another practice was to mentally bless all money seen circulating, preventing envy from polluting your vibration. It's worth noting that prosperous giving was essential. It was about backing causes that expanded abundance in the world. Giving with joy was like seeding in fertile ground. What you give flows back multiplied. The crucial point is to feel that you participate in the universal flow. What you hold back out of fear stagnates. What you give with love multiplies. Another key was to shield your mind, staying away from environments loaded with scarcity, because your consciousness is the attractor of your experience. Florence closed with a powerful reminder. You are not a casualty of economic circumstances. You are the architect of your financial reality. Money is your servant and ally. Now reassert your commitment by saying, I decree that my prosperity grows perpetually in perfect harmony. I give with joy, receive with gratitude, and preserve the infinite flow of my wealth. If these words resonated, write in the comments, I decree, to cement your commitment. Share this video with someone who needs to recognize they're the creator of their reality. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell, because I will unveil more principles that can multiply your prosperity. Abundance doesn't come to those who pause, but to those who command.